Well, I thought it wasn't the smoothest game we've ever played. It was a little bit choppy, but I thought our defense was really, really good in the second half, and especially down the stretch. We thought coming into the year we would be able to get to the foul line. And tonight, obviously, we did that at a really high rate, and that helps us, but it also contributes maybe to the choppiness of the game a little bit. So, I think we can get better. We're happy to have the win. Americans, a tough team to play because they're so well coached. They're on the scouting report. And they played really well. So we're pleased with the win, and think we can make some improvements as we go on.
Chris, did you expect such a contribution from Kendall?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yes, I don't necessarily wouldn't have expected statistically, but he's a really good player, as you can see. He gives a lot of problems to the defense because of his quickness. He's so aggressive. He attacks the defense. So we know we have a good player. I wouldn't have expected 20 in his opening game.
Offensively, in the second half, it looked like you went away from the three-point line, did more driving, more slashing. Is that something you want to see going forward?
I think so. I think we're a better shooting team than we showed tonight, but we're not a great shooting team. But we are a team that's athletic and physical and can get ourselves to the free throw line. So I just think the better you're playing overall, you're going to end up having a better balance, and shooting more attempting more two-point baskets. Of course, when you're not shooting well, it just highlights your difficulty or your dependence on the three-point shot. So I thought we did a good job of that, and we're much more assertive in the second half.
Can you talk about the balance this year? Four guys in double figures today, and last year it was usually just Kay and Harp.
Right. Well, the season is young. No, I think that we're going to have we're 12-8 for Derek are great numbers. Darius is going to do better. And one of the guys who didn't get in double figures is Darian, who's going to have a great year. So I think there could be balance on our team, for the most part. And I think we can find different ways to win, and we're going to need to. We're going to need to find different ways to win the game than we have in the past.
Chris, is Alonzo healthy and eligible?
He is, yes. It's difficult. We went to a smaller lineup down the stretch, which we've often done. I wish I had been able to get him in. I didn't feel a place where it would be comfortable for me to put him in the game. We were kind of chasing a little bit too much early on.
Your schedule is road heavy early. Is that okay with you? Get a young team or unexperienced team out there and let them work and see what happens, or that's something you would prefer to avoid if you could?
Well, I wish I could dictate the schedule and really just build ourselves up to a road trip. But you have to be willing to challenge yourself, and we're willing to do that and trying to get as many good games as we possibly can. Davidson's very, very good, and to go down there early in the season is going to be quite a challenge for us.
That's a veteran team, a lot of guys back.
Veteran team, a lot of guys back, picked to do very well. So and it's similar, against. They're not a traditional team where they have a big giant center who's just a low post player. There's more of a perimeter oriented team. So
good defensive effort kind of got spoiled a little bit by giving up all the 3-pointers.
Yeah, exactly. 10. And that's something we've been good at too, is limiting teams 3-pointers. Now they're a team that's going to make a lot of threes, so that's one thing. But that is disappointing. I thought a couple of times we had opportunities to not allow them to shoot threes or not be so open, and they were. So that's something we're going to have to really work on. Otherwise, I thought our defense was pretty good. And, Darius is such a huge asset to us because he can defend on the perimeter. He blocks shots. He's an intimidating force. So I think we do need to improve that, though.
Is that just something inexperienced with the young players not getting a lot of time in the system?
A little bit. We were confused at times on defense. American moves very well, and they cause us some confusion out there. So it's something I think we can improve on and something we'll have to work at.
Because K.A. and Justin scored so many points and took a majority of the shots, it's going to take a while to know who's supposed to do what when.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I think, one thing I'm very pleased with is that we have good guards. Cedric, Darian, Kendall, Wayne Sparrow. We have good guards who can make plays and do things. So as much as we don't have as much experience before, we have good guard play who are the guys handling the ball, dictating what we're doing. So I think that's a real bonus for us. But, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for us to just find out exactly who we are and when guys are going to do certain things.
which you
Right.
haven't had.
No doubt about it. We've run our offense a lot through a kind of a perimeter-oriented center, and now we have to make some adjustments and just figure out exactly what we're trying to do.